rights advocates talk. Listen to what they say at the UN. Listen to what they say in the halls of American lawmakers. They do not say, like, you colonists have settled in our land and we will take it back. Like, what are you talking about? Of course they don't say that. They're not fucking internet lefty Twitter brain. Like, yeah, dude, the fucking few 100,000 people, you know, who are, like, unquestionably still aligned with the Native American groups are going to retake the fucking continental United States. Like, wait, look, come on. But watch, do you condemn Hamas?
Puerto Rico is effectively a colony, though? No, it's not. It's just a non-state territory. Like, Puerto Ricans think of themselves as Americans. Yeah, it is, they can't vote. That doesn't mean they're a colony. They're a territory. I mean, it should be a state. Well, yeah, they do vote, but their votes don't count. Do you condemn the Aztec human sacrifice? Yeah. Why would Hawaii be a colony but Puerto Rico though? They're not. Neither of them are colonies. It's a territory and a state, which is also a territory, but it's a state territory. It even says United States right there. And also Honolulu separately for some reason.
Alright, so I'm building some shit.
Americans don't think of Puerto Rico as Americans, though. That's because, and this is very important to understand, the average American is actually a massive fucking retard. Inhumanly retarded. Like, genuinely, profoundly subhuman intellect. The average American. Puerto Ricans think of themselves as Americans. They're also objectively American within our legal system. They're just not in a state. Which is wrong. They should be a state. What's the difference? Is a territory just a colony that has been part of a country for decades? A colony is not part of a country. A colony is not legally part of a country. It's a separate territorial enclave that colonists run that is
So
under
we're
the
extra
dominion
mega giga
of a nation,
retarded.
but they're not part of the nation. Like the American
Super
13
fun
states were
retard
colonies
time.
that operated
A new theme
themselves
park
to a
opened up in
large
town.
extent, but they were under the dominion of the British Empire. But they weren't the British Empire. Like this, it wasn't Britain.
Come for the
they
most
weren't
retarded time of
colonies,
your
then
life.
It would be like, oh,
To
Boston,
Disney World.
That's a part of Britain, but nobody said that because it wasn't. They had I mean, what we're largely talking about here is legal distinctions, but of course that's the case, right? We're talking about nation states. It can get kind of funny. France colonized Algeria and also annexed it. Yeah, well, as is often the case with stuff like this,
Alright.
it is very arbitrary. But that doesn't mean that it's
What the fuck was I building?
that doesn't mean that the
I can't find it.
arbitrary social constructs don't have some meaning. But didn't they begin the revolution over the deprivation of rights as Englishmen? Depending on specific circumstances, yes, the colonists in America were considered Englishmen, but that doesn't mean they were in England. They were in an English colony of the States of America as Englishmen. The people in Puerto Rico are Americans legally.
Here it is.
Also, the area that they're in
Oh,
is
fuck,
the
did I
United
see this
States.
before?
Like, it is a part of the United States. Look, it even says so right here.
Oh shit, it's a little gap. Oh.
Why do people always forget about American Samoa? Why do people live? Should be a state? Yes.
I got a bunch of that. Take an hour. Alright. Let's head out.
But American Samoans aren't citizens? Okay, listen, it's complicated. Isn't there a CGP Grey video you can watch on this?
He needs to clean
Yes,
their
thank you,
exosuit, man.
Mickey
Sharded
Mouse.
himself. Clean that shit up. We already got toxic water.
You're all
We
missing
don't need
Bosch's
toxic
point.
air.
What even is my point?
And it's got
My
shit
point is that
particles in the
Israel
air.
is doing more active colonization than like most other countries. Why are people mad at me? America may not have been the perfect example because it's like the imperialist country. And Biota, I'm so sorry to upset your American diabolism. America is not by any means the imperialist country. In the modern world, it would be the British. Secondly, maybe the French. And if you go back further than that,
But
it would
where
be
do I
other
get
countries, but it would
the
at no
analysis
point be us.
blueprints to I don't know where the fuck to get the analysis blueprints.
Bosch, your understanding of settler colonialism is incorrect. Not the biggest deal, but it's very obnoxious. Why don't you demonstrate that?
So I can find better ground to build my base. Build that electromagnetic field resonator or whatever.
You're wrong, Vosh, 100% wrong about settler colonialism. The discourse in settler colonialism is not what you said. Settler colonialism is still an issue for
I gotta
natives, just
build
like
on a
it's
world
like
with nice
times.
materials
Most native
too,
epistemologies
some good
derive from
shit.
Issues you're deriding. You're just not well informed of the issues. Nobody is. You do a lot of you're wrong and not a lot of here's how you're wrong. You know that, right?
This guy's got
The
cosmetic
basis
shit.
of settler colonialism is a process of violence and applies broadly to those experiencing it. Palestinians are included in that. What are you genuinely suggesting
I've been scanning
that
lots of
Israel is
fauna.
not engaged in more of a settler colonial project
You're
than America
welcome.
is right now? When like every single issue, every
What
single
up,
day, of
girl?
every single year in Israel is shaped constantly by their ongoing engagement with Palestinians, and like the average American like national legal political discourse doesn't mention Native American people ever, like under any circumstances. Vosh and Puerto Rican viewer, no, Puerto Ricans don't see themselves American. They see themselves as Puerto Ricans. They know they're U.S. citizens. Yeah, but that's like asking Texans if they see themselves as like Texan. And they're like, yeah, we're Texans, yeehaw, but they're also Americans.
Oh, I'll get these.
If you see yourself as Puerto Rican, you see yourself as American. I think they see themselves as both. Pew Research.
I already know the electric resonator. What are you talking about? Where is it at? Oh.
Why?
Power output will vary from site to site. I needed salvage data for that. I didn't have that.
Among Cubans, 63. Among Puerto Ricans,
But what does
55%
this
say
mineral
Puerto
extractor
Ricans.
mean?
Salvadorans.
Like just those little
Among Puerto
depots?
Ricans,
Because I can
38%
clear those
say
out in
themselves
like
describe themselves as
20
American, a higher
seconds.
share than any other Hispanic
Like those
origin.
little
People born in
deposits?
Puerto Rico are U.S. citizens by birth. By contrast, among Salvadorans,
I don't know what the
12%
fuck
say
that
they most
means.
often describe themselves as
Fuck.
American. Yeah, I think like they primarily describe themselves as Puerto Rican, but they have the highest likelihood of self-describing as American
Oh, my fucking arm.
amongst Hispanic groups. Vosh, I don't think to make the distinction around if colonization is the main topic of the nation is a good one. Perhaps how much active force you have to apply on the natives to enforce your own laws, but I'm not sure if that's a good one. No, I think it's pretty important because when you're talking about things from the perspective of like the majority of the world is not like the colonized indigenous people within their own country, you know? That varies, like depending, like in Latin America, for example, like in Bolivia, something like 2/3 of the country are indigenous, at least from the Western perspective, right? When we're talking about the extent to which a country is engaged in a colonizing action, especially when it comes to the moral culpability of your civilians, the extent to which this is an active project is really fucking important, right? Like, For instance, the presence of Dutch people in South Africa was a colonizing presence. South Africa and South African apartheid were extensions of colonizing force, but nobody can reasonably call a white South African a settler. They have been there for hundreds of years. They've been there for longer than like they've been there for like 8+ generations in a lot of cases. If that's a settler, then what does a settler even mean? You can say that they're aligned with the dominant colonizing force, but that colonization happened centuries ago. What's been happening since then is not settler colonialism in an active sense, but rather just regular old apartheid and ethnic domination. I feel like past a point, it gets weirder and weirder to frame these engagements as like settler versus indigenous, when the settler versus indigenous dynamic is described in most part at the beginning of that relationship, when the settlers are still, you know, settling the land. But the land has been settled in America. Not so in Israel. The reclamation of space in the West Bank and the displacement of people over into Gaza is a current ongoing process. The settler colonialism is happening now over there. Over here in America, you don't have like American white families homesteading into territories that a bunch of US soldiers just cleared of like teepees or whatever. Like that happened in the past, but at the moment, that's not really how the engagement works. Functionally, Native Americans in America just function as a extremely suppressed and legally discriminated against ethnic group, but not as people who are being settled because the settling already happened. Settling is a verb, right? Like once it happens, it happens. Does that make sense? Do my thoughts on this make sense? That's why I think it's more appropriate to refer to what's happening in Israel as an ongoing settler colonial project, and would rather refer to what's happening in America to Native Americans as a project of ethnic discrimination or of like ethnic oppression, because the settling already happened, you know? Maybe that's a better way of framing it. Aren't reservations getting their land stolen for oil pipelines and shit? Yeah, but that's not really settling. That's more just like eminent domain, like violation of territorial agreements stuff. It doesn't feel like it's settler behavior. Like, who's the settler there? The oil company? That's not settling, that's just colonialism or land exploitation. You know? That's literally settling. Then these words don't mean anything. No, guys. What do you, okay, here's my question. Do you guys think that saying this is settler colonial violence rather than this is violence is somehow woker or more effective? Like, what is the moral imperative in invoking this specific set of descriptors when it seems like there are other descriptors that would be more effective? Like, how can you say it's settler colonial violence if there's no colony and no settlers? You're talking about corporations being given legal permission to like violate territorial rights. This is a property rights dispute. It's a property rights dispute that's contextualized by the history of like native settling. But how is it settler colonial? Both the settler and the colonial parts of the equation are present and active in Israel today. The UN has stated in 2023 alone more than 600 attacks on Palestinians, more than 200 killed. How do you deal with that, Vosh? Forgive me, but it sounds like you tacitly accept the situation. What? Why do I try to talk to you people? Wouldn't the pipeline be bad on any U.S. land? Yeah, I guess the thing is, the corpos would have erected that pipeline over private land too if it had been in the way. Like, it's easier for them to bully the Native Americans. It just seems dumb to me to think of it as settler colonial violence when, again, there is no settler and no colony. It's a property rights dispute. And by the way, that's how I've seen it framed legally in court by Native American activists. I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that when Native American rights activists like take that to court or argue against it, they're not like, this colony of oil company is settling on our like they're usually like, this is a property rights dispute and violates this contract, which seems to me like a much more effective and reasonable way of framing the conflict with like the historical backing of the settler colonial violence, because that's what created the situation, of course, but like that's not the current situation. I just hope people, once again, I have to remind myself that this is all happening because I dared to say that Israel is doing more of a settler colonial project than other countries are, something that nobody would disagree with me on if I just said it. Like, if I just said that, everyone would agree. If I just said Israel is doing more settler colonialism than other countries right now, everyone, with zero exceptions, would be like, yeah, obviously. But then I dare to ask, why? What definitions are we working with that would let that be the case? And now people are jumping that way. Sorry, there was more whiny than I normally get, but holy shit, I'm so tired today. Hamas has released some hostages. That's good. I'm out of Adderall. Love for another.
Let me look around for a little bit.
But it's inarguable U.S.
Apparently, I can see it, but
than Israel's. Yeah, we're much larger and stronger than Israel. We've been around longer, but that's not the same as right now. Like, Vosh, this is a basic thing to recognize, please. When an ancient colonial power now uses its companies to exploit the resources of the ancient colonial
where do I see
territories,
power
it's the
stats?
Dog,
Temperature.
all of America is the ancient colony territory. If that's the case, everything that happens in America is a matter of settler colonialism because all of it is done in the backdrop of our settler colonial history. That doesn't make any sense. What? Stop pretending that you've settled on like the woker definition. Like that by invoking colonization, you are elevating this to a higher level of like moral imperativeness or whatever. You are obscuring meaning to pursue something, but your pursuit is in vain. You can describe these terms accurately without like fighting over how everything is settler colonialism actually.
I've
Because
never
by that
seen
definition,
anything
everything
else
is every
light up
single
or
country
change
on
or show on
Earth
my
is the product of
screen
settler
to indicate
colonialism if you go that
high
far enough,
field
because
strength or
humans
anything
only
else
originated from one
besides
part of the planet,
what's
meaning that
already
every
available
territory
on
Earth,
screen.
except for that one specific point, would have at some point had to have been conquered and overtaken by a different ethnic group than the original people who lived there.
The
We fucking
fuck?
killed, I don't know, Neanderthals for it or something like, and that's obviously silly, right? Where this is like reductive ad absurdum shit, like, well, this is a settler colonial project because 127,000 years ago, actually, the Neanderthals who lived in this tribe, and that sounds silly, but I think that when I'm going to say this is a settler colonial project, I'm referring to active, ongoing projects that take political capital and are being currently leveraged, not just the ongoing consequences of prior settler colonial projects, because at that point, we're just arbitrarily determining where to put the start line, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, and that just seems sillier to me. But it doesn't matter because Hamas released hostages. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not gonna try to figure that shit out right now.
Like France and New Caledonia. I don't know. anything about New Caledonia. I'm talking about the territory of France. If France is currently doing settler colonialism in New Caledonia, then yes, that, sure.
Oh, this is the... Wait. This is the upgrade for the... Oh, I'm dumb as fuck. I have the upgrade. I just didn't
So you could
install
ban
it.
Hamas, though.
Where is it, though?
Vosh, Ethan just ranted about Frogon on stream for 15 minutes and called her a freak monster, etc. I mean, she's kind of acting like a freak. She's defending Hamas and like acting
survey
like
device.
a fucking loser, lunch table politics larper whenever anyone like challenges her positions on it. I mean, I don't really blame him for being upset with her.
I don't have the survey device, do I? Barrel ionizer,
scootering
bolt
for-
caster.
What's up?
Water,
I
a
am,
little like my name, Walter. Good for you.
Where is it?
Timestamp?
here, I guess I'll finish it. There's only
The
4.
issue with indigenous land disputes being considered property disputes is indigenous land rights were enshrined within the colonial legal system, and indigenous people cannot argue their claims within their own cultural frameworks. For example, oral histories are not legally binding. I mean, yeah, I don't care about things from that framework. I'm not going to frame, it's been 200 years and Native Americans have to defend their claims legally with like, well, before white people, their legal claims were backed up with oral history. This is part of the they lost that battle subject.
40 seconds.
I don't know timestamp, it was like 10 minutes in. Why did somebody say he just ranted about it for 15 minutes if it was 10 minutes in?
Minus
this is
6%.
pretty-
This is good.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
to research how to get rid of bees. And secondly, in
It
regard
says that he exudes ego.
Then you support colonialism, my dude? I support colonialism because I don't think there's any point in arguing as to whether or not it is legally admissible for indigenous people to admit their centuries-old oral histories as arguments in the current day United States court. I don't, oh my God. I don't even know what you people, like, well, come on, Jesus, you're all, God damn it, go talk to an actual fucking indigenous rights activist. I have on stream, I have off stream, I've talked to these people, they're not like you, because they have real problems. They're not fucking crazy ivory tower sheltered lefty academics who are unironically arguing that we should fucking scamper the semantic value of the term settler colonialism because a colony happened at some point and a settler happened at some point, and also the fact that they can't argue their modern day legal battles in the modern day United States, their fucking centuries old oral history. Like, do you think this is what they talk about? Like, yeah, you go up to a land back advocate, you know, go onto like a reservation or whatever and go talk with them, and they're like, yeah, you know, I really think it's colonization and settler. It's very settler and colonial that I can't vaguely gesture at a memory of what my dad told to me from their dad, 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 and like, yeah, I think that should be court admissible. I'm gonna bring that up. What do you like? Come on, man.
Where the fuck is the
I'm
survey
asking
device?
you to frame your
Maybe is it here?
engagement with these issues in the
Scanner,
context
survey device.
of
Let's try to
how
find
they
that.
functionally take place today. And the obsession
Economy
with the
scanner.
invocation of the settler colonial term
It's for the ship.
as it applies in America today strikes to me as an aesthetic preference that I don't respect. That doesn't mean there's
I
no
don't have
colonial
it.
history, that colonization doesn't happen all the time,
What
that there
happened
aren't
to
places
it?
other than Israel with settler colonial projects happening. I just don't, like, I saw people in chat get angry when I said that we won our battle with the Native Americans. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you think we didn't? Are you under the impression this is an ongoing conflict? Like just over the hill, the chief is going to ride down and reconquer the... What do you... Come on. Here's how the indigenous people can still win. Yeah. Vosh, for some reason, when when you said the U.S. won, you're saying it's a good thing. Yeah, I don't know why they would think that.
So,
You know.
what? Man, I'm confused. Let me go back. Let me see what the upgrade looks like. Maybe I did miss it. It's probably a multi-tool upgrade. Survey Analysis Visor.
Yes, Baldo.
Okay, it says go over there to buy it.
I don't think that means they've lost. That means that it sounds like the struggle for rights is over. In the colonial settler framework, it's done. America is not a colony, and its residents are not settlers.
How do I
That's
not have the
done.
upgrade?
It's not happening anymore. In terms of the modern day fight for the rights of indigenous people, that is ongoing. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That conflict continues. That's still going on. That'll keep going on for a long time, I imagine. But this is all downstream of the shit that I was disagreeing with Professor Flowers on, because she was also referring to white South Africans as colonizers and settlers, which just does not track. The relationship between white and black South Africans is not one of settler colonialism. It's one of apartheid and ethnic oppression. You know? The relationship, like, the relationship of a white South African and a black South African is not one of settler colonialism, because the white people were born there, just like the black people. They didn't come on a boat or whatever. Like, they were both born
So
there.
where the fuck is the analysis
What's happening
upgrade?
is racism. Racial apartheid. And those are really bad. I don't know why we need to pretend
Bro, where the
that it's a
fuck?
settler colonial thing in order to elevate the perceived severity of the situation. They're both bad. It's not good. This is also true for the 1948 borders of Israel, though. Yes. So, first of all, 1948 is a hell of a lot closer than fucking 1750 or whatever the fuck the Dutch showed up in South Africa, for one. But for two, the settler colonial project with the Israelis is ongoing. In the West Bank, literally, like year by year, the constant ongoing process of forcing Palestinians out of their homes and putting, like, crazy fucking Israeli settlers in it. That's happening
Combat
like
scope.
right now. That's happening right
Survey
now.
device.
Legally, the area might all be Israel. So in legal terms,
Here it is.
settling isn't
It's got the
taking
wrong
place in this case.
it's got
But
the
in
objective in the
practical
wrong fucking
terms, that's
terminal.
obviously more settler colonial shit. That's happening like
Alright, let me back in the
that's
fucking menu. Stop
happening
kicking me
right
out, man.
now.
I want to spend
In
my
Gaza,
nanites. You want my money
Gaza
or not?
is not a settler colonial thing in and of
Survey
itself.
device.
Right?
Okay.
The fence around
Jesus
Gaza has
fucking
stayed where it is
Christ.
for a little while. You know, that's
God
more like
damn
an
it,
open-air
stupid-ass
concentration
fucking
camp
game.
kind of deal. If the situation in Israel continued to a point where the West Bank was annihilated,
I'll put that on
and,
too.
the
Magnetic
Gaza
resonator,
Strip
quantum
stayed as it
computer,
is for
wiring
like
loom.
50 years or
Go.
whatever, I would comfortably say that Israel is
Finally.
not engaging in a settler colonial project at that point. At that point, they just have a fucking concentration camp. Which is still really bad, by the way. That wouldn't be, like, if I said, yeah, I don't think Israel's doing settler colonialism anymore because they kind of stopped doing the settler colonial bit, they're just operating the world's largest concentration camp. That would not be me excusing the Israeli government. That would not be me looking at them and going, okay, well, you know, you've cleaned up your act. It would still be really, really bad. But do you condemn Hamas? Yeah. You should talk about the Golan Heights. It'll give a different lens to the whole conflict. Well, that's a whole other thing. Yeah, I mean, Israel wants to take more land around it for sure. Yeah, Lebanon and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Vosh, settler colonial discourse is highly academic and obnoxious, and you're glossing over a lot. Well, I can't regurgitate the entire academic discourse. in a live stream. Also, frankly,
3
in my
magnetic
experience, a lot of
resonator,
academic,
1 quantum
like leftist
computer.
literature is fucking retarded. The problem is, it's like you ask like a person. It's okay. Do you guys remember that pamphlet that was put out by the museum where they were like, time is a racist concept? And it's like, okay, if I have a PhD in sociology and I'm willing to like spend a bunch of time learning about how the way we keep time fits in with like a Western colonial attitude towards workmanship or whatever, then sure. But to a lot of like regular people, time is racist, just looks racist. And if you go up and ask like a black civil rights advocate, like, hey, do you think time, the concept of time, is racist against black people? They would look at you like you're a fucking lunatic. You know? Yeah, the concept of productivity is white supremacist. I remember that pamphlet. This is why sometimes shit really has to stay in academia and not leak outside of it. Because academics sniff their own farts and they get super fucking obsessive over creating incredibly semantically obscure terminology that is entirely to the benefit of them and their theses, but not at all to the broader like liberation struggle. And then this shit leaks out into general parlance and it sounds psychotic, you know? Okay, so you're judging academic debates over the rights of people who still exist by the stupidest and least nuanced.
All right, I got my analysis.
White name, what the fuck are you talking about? Do you
Target
really think
sweep,
that academics don't have
power,
a responsibility
mineral,
to construct arguments
gas.
with terminology that is approachable to the average
All right,
person
let's
and
look
doesn't
for
instantly
hot
make them look like
spots.
lunatics the second it's picked
See how
up
this thing
by
works.
like media broadly? What do you mean?
Let's go, Minotaur. We're going a way out.
This is so dumb. I've talked with academics about this.
I don't know which
I'm
direction
right.
to
I don't
go.
know why I fucking bother.
We'll go out here, northwest.
Alright, what was I doing?
Strength and self.
Quickly, I want to say,
Let's get
Take
to
our
the
shots
top of
over
that
drop.
hill.
a night.
The eye bags.
Like some people I'm seeing specifically, and a few others, but this is the one that I was like, I don't want to see this anymore. She said, leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. Now, this, to me, I'm interpreting this as, let me read what I wrote. I don't want to say anything out of pocket, but I don't fucking like that. People are talking about me unfollowing Frogan, so I'll explain why. Since she wants to talk about murdering children and burning families alive in their safe houses is not a revolution, it's a massacre. And if you think that's what revolution is supposed to look like, I'm terrified for your idea of an American revolution. Okay? She goes, but as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. She's implying that what Hamas is doing is right. I mean, she's basically all but saying it. She's saying.
Vosh seems pretty frustrated in his live streams that usual. I usually watch YouTube videos. No, I'm super tired and the fucking Adderall shortage, blah, blah. I'm more grumpy than usual today. Also, keep in mind that I don't normally get bombarded with, like, the stupidest fucks in chat who are asking me, like, so does this mean you support Hamas? Like, the people who unironically say that, not the people who don't, you know.
As soon as a
What's Kitty
revolution
doing out
happens
there?
in the Middle East, then all of a sudden what they're doing is wrong.
Make sure.
She's saying, in her opinion, that what they're doing is right because it's a revolution. And what she's talking about is Hamas. It's up to 1,500
playing
people,
in the box.
innocent civilians,
Nice.
not settlers, not combatants, children, babies,
Let me throw a toy for him.
elderly. People were viciously and, you know, it was just wanton, blatant, full-blown murder, massacre, depravity. Okay? And if
Why
you
are you
think
guys
that that's
raging?
right, then I don't fucking want to know you. They're burning families alive in their safe houses, killing babies. They found 40 dead fucking babies at this kibbutz where, like, tons of people got killed.
I think that's misinfo. I don't know. Again, it doesn't really matter. I gotta say, man, the quest to socialism pill Ethan Klein is not going great. First, he has to deal with Hassan Xi Jinping, please shit in my mouth, Piker, advocating for socialism with Chinese characteristics, aka no socialism. And now we have actually socialism is when you think Hamas is based.
Now, I don't know if they were beheaded, okay? And some people really care about that detail. So to me, the 40 babies is enough to just, I think shooting a fucking baby's body with the AK-47 is barbaric enough. I don't really so much care if their heads were cut off or not. And I don't have a hard time believing that they would. Shooting a fucking baby with the AK-47, yeah, I'm sure their greater humanity prevents them from doing whatever your imagination can run wild with. So, sorry, I don't want to fucking know you. And I think it's disgusting what you said, and I think shame on you. That's what I honestly think, And I'm gonna sit here till I'm blue in the fucking face talking about how the IDF is a genocidal criminal institution that Netanyahu should be tried for war crimes. He should immediately resign.
Oh, I can jetpack while I'm in the
tell you that
scanner.
the West
Nice.
Bank,
Can I sprint?
settlement-
Are they
No.
14-year-olds, or is this the product of Hassan's rhetoric? Frogan is like my age, isn't she? No excuse. But again, like, what else would you expect from someone in like Hassan's orbit, right? Like, you kind of have to have that kind of attitude towards this shit to be in those good
Deep
graces. What
level
does Hamas
mineral
do?
deposit.
are basically an act of war, and I don't really believe even that settlers are
Okay.
civilians in the same way that the people
So
who are
right
murdered
here-
are. I can tell you that what Israel's doing in
Um,
Gaza is
Do I set up? Where's my autonomous mining unit?
as evil
Metal
as it can
plating,
be.
ion
as evil
battery.
as evil can be. Just what they're now doing in response to this, which is blowing up, leveling neighborhoods, cutting off water,
Wait,
power,
how much
food.
do I need?
I can say that till I'm blue in the fucking face, so I don't want to hear any goddamn person saying that I'm a Zionist, which, by the way, is a dog whistle for anti-Semitism. I'm not a Zionist. The only reason people call me a Zionist because I'm Jewish,
How do I
so
put it
explain
up?
to me how that's not anti-Semitic. Not a Zionist. Never talked about Zionism. Never talked about Israel having a God-given right to exist, or whatever the fuck Zionists, whatever they think Zionism is, or whatever it means. So,
Mineral survey. Deep level mineral
sorry.
deposit. Yield
You know what I mean?
sodium.
if you can't
Density
acknowledge
underfoot.
the
60%.
horrors that are befalling both sides, then whatever peace you're
Do I just
fighting
dig?
for,
Oh, Frogan responded. I did not say murdering children, burning family alive is revolution. I mean,
Can I put an autonomous
Didn't
mining?
you?
Isn't that what the autonomous mining unit
leftists
is?
preach and foam at the mouth with
for?
the thought of a revolution happening in America, but as
Once
soon
activated,
as it happens
without
in
the need-
Middle East, what they're doing is wrong.
Mining
and
for
the only
resources.
thing we knew at this
Once
point
activated,
was that, like, Hamas
I have the supplies. Okay.
had gotten loose and killed civilians.
And
So,
it's
like,
a
what-
portable.
what are
Okay,
you
I get it. It's
endorsing
portable,
if
so I
not
can
that?
I
Like,
carry it
what
around with
other-
me. Hit a deposit.
That was tweeted way before the baby shit came out.
Let
though.
it mine,
First of
come
all,
back
I
to
think
it,
a lot of the
discover
baby shit
some
is
shit, get
misinfo.
some
But
salvage
even if
modules,
it
come
wasn't,
back,
it
get my
doesn't change
shit.
the fact that Hamas is not a revolutionary organization. They're a jihadist organization. Like, if they break through, they're not going to engage in some kind of principled, like,
How the
guerrilla warfare
fuck do I
tactic
use it?
to defend Palestinian people. They're going to kill people. We know they kill civilians. They kill Palestinians, too. They're bad. It's a tactic Israel specialized in for over 70 years, but I haven't seen you post about their murders. Your first post here in the
Resource
past week is calling out for
deposit
supporting Palestinians fighting
required.
back. What is revolution to you, if not overthrowing the prison guards that keep 2 million people
Hotspot
from leaving?
discovered where?
Oh yeah, dude. Dude, I'm not saying that Hamas is revolutionary, but let me say Hamas is revolutionary. Basically, what Frogan is saying here is, I do not endorse Hamas
Deep
doing
level
the
mineral
bad
deposit
things, but I endorse them doing
sodium.
the good things. But they don't
Let's see if
do
there's
the good
sodium
things.
nearby.
They
Is
didn't
that what they mean?
overthrow the prison
359.
guards. That's not a thing that happened. Like, this is such a
436,
juvenile, childish
815,
way of
390. Is there
understanding
anything closer?
geopolitics. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Israel is a modern military. Like, you think you're going to, like, shoot a couple of fence guards and then all the Palestinian people are going to flood out and retake the land? Like, what do you think is happening here? This is like, this
that
is
it?
LARPy aesthetic obsession with revolutionary action for the sake of aesthetics, with no understanding of what could meaningfully be done to improve things for the Palestinian people.
Okay, hold on.
This is the idea that not Hassan, well, I guess Hassan too. The idea that Hamas is doing anything good for the Palestinian people is wrong.
Autonomous mining unit. Still can't put it down. So it's like deep level sodium, apparently.
The Hassan political sphere has been deteriorating for a while, which sucks because Hassan could easily be such a powerful advocate, but he wants to defend China and shit. Yeah, he seriously, he could have been like such a powerful force for like aligning people properly, but it's fucked, you know?
Well, I would.
Oh, he's talking about the new thing now.
Again, she's supporting Hamas. Hamas murdered. She's actually proving my
Real
point.
question: what did Hamas would hope come from this? Hamas, they're jihadists. They want to die for Allah. They want to martyr themselves for Islam, and they want to galvanize the IDF into killing as many Palestinians as possible, to make more Palestinians join the cause, to kill as many Jews as possible. It's just bad. They're not the right approach. Oh, what's that?
Okay, so I can't place it, so do I have to dig
I will, yeah,
underground
I will.
for it? It's apparently right here.
They're not a revolutionary force.
Point even more explicitly. That's crazy. Palestinians fighting back? First of all, what a disservice you're doing to Palestinians. Palestinians are not fucking Hamas. I would venture to guess the vast majority of them are peace-loving people that just want to live in safety and don't want to live in fear. But no, you're saying Palestinians are fighting back Hamas. Militant, extremist terrorist organizations on the part of ISIS is just Palestinians fighting back. Okay. What is revolution to you if not overthrowing the prison guards that keep 2 million
Deep
people
level
from
mineral.
leaving?
Yeah, I got it right
What
here.
Prison guards were
Right on
killed?
spot.
The families?
I just
Were the
keep digging
kids that
down.
were killed prison guards? Are you sure about this statement, Frogan? Which prison guards did they murder? The kids? The elderly? The family that was burned alive? The women that were raped? The murdered that were shot point blank with an AK-47? Are those the prison guards that you're talking about? That's the revolution. Okay, well, let me know, let me know what you're planning for the revolution here.
Does Ruben condemn Hamas? I don't know.
Because I do not want to I want to make sure that I'm standing against that.
How much of this do you think is legit
I
anti-Semitism?
can't go further
on the
down.
left?
It's bedrock.
I don't think it's as much as some people want you to believe, but I do think the left has some degree of an issue with anti-Semitism. It's nowhere near the right, like, obviously.
The fuck? Where
I
the
think
fuck
that
is
people
it?
on the left are weirdly okay with downplaying the discrimination that is that Jewish people face. You know? Like, I do find it a little bit strange that people on the left will talk about hate crimes against
You know what?
gays
Hold on.
or blacks or
It's gotta
Hispanics
show
or
up on
whatever,
my
when
scanner, 'cause
Jewish
I got the
people are by
hotspot.
far the most likely to be targeted with hate crimes, and I feel like no one brings it up. I wonder if a lot of people on the left have internalized the idea that because Jewish people are economically quite well off on average in America, that means that it's like
Yeah, it's not
not
showing
a
up
problem.
as like a sodium deposit. It's just
Because
showing
if
up as a
that's
deep
what-
level.
If
level
that's what
mineral
overthrowing
deposit.
the prison guards looks like to you, then I'd really hate to think what you're gonna do to the capitalist fucking pigs in America
The
when it's
fuck?
time to reclaim what's yours.
Why are you so sure the babies thing is misinfo? Because the statement 40 decapitated babies just sounds like the kind of thing that would just be said and get picked up on. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter to me. Whether Hamas did it or didn't, I still condemn Hamas. It doesn't, like, it's not like, I'm not out here arguing on the perceived moral worthwhileness of Hamas, okay? Sure, they did it, whatever. It doesn't change the moral equation for me.
She goes, that keeps 2 million people from leaving, shelling their homes, wanton, only killing civilians, mostly children, for the past 70 years to the approval of the international community. The American Revolution was fought over for less than the unrelenting massacre of their people. So again, she has not a single fucking
I need to get a blue check mark. Everyone has a blue check mark by now, man. I want a blue check mark I barely tweet. Maybe I'll tweet more if I have a blue check so I can get $5.
Of
Don't give in.
empathy. Not a single shred for the mass murder of children.
Autonomous
She
mining
doesn't
unit.
even want to hear it.
There's
In
nothing
fact, her
else I can
selective
carry on me
outrage
though. That's the
is
only
stunning.
mining thing.
She says, "I've only ever heard you talk about me
Unless
supporting
there's something
Palestine.
else I
Are you
can
fucking
get."
dumb? Like, how dare you even say that, you scumbag? Did you think about this before you wrote it?
Oh,
Shame on
he's
you.
mad.
How dare you defend what you said?
Let me just
And to
YouTube
even
it.
come for me as if I don't support Palestinians. Sorry. This statement just proved my point. This is the last time I ever spoke on Israel. I posted on Twitter, I posted on Instagram, I read it on the show. The Israel government is making me sick. Even if Hamas is operating out of civilian buildings, it doesn't justify the total destruction.
Gilad still has family in Israel? Well, yeah, she's Israeli. Of course she has family there. She was in the IDF.
Of that building. It's inhumane. Netanyahu's a piece of shit warmonger who needs to go. As a dual citizen, I love Israel and the Israeli people. They deserve a government that actually believes in peace and not force and violence. The ultra-right Jewish settlers are among the greatest provocateurs in the world. They're shameless, hateful, fueled by religious zeal, and enabled by the Israeli government. I wish the settling and repossession of Palestinian land would stop. I wish the bombing in Gaza would stop. Gazans deserve to live in a life free of fear. And for all the crimes Hamas has committed, we must always remember that they are not Palestine, which somehow you don't seem to understand either. The Israeli government holds all of the power, and it's on them to stop the violence and show a true willingness to peace. That's the last time I talked about fucking Israel. So, do you want to keep saying this shit about me, or do you want to apologize? Because it sounds to me like you want to double down. Actually, you definitely did double down. You said
So I
Hamas
need to
was
set up a
murdering
whole
their prison
base?
guards.
What?
Fucking kids, you fucking psycho. They're murdering children with a fucking machine gun, dude. That's the prison guard
Thank you,
you're talking
Otalia.
about? Wait, and then you can't possibly understand
Jesus, he's so mad. He's so mad. Yeah.
why Israel...
Yeah, we're not even
why
live.
no matter how reductive you want to be...
I need to build a whole base.
What? You just said it.
What?
There's a part 2 to her tweet.
Okay, there's a part 2. Let's read it.
Who's that?
Couldn't make this much worse. Is it under or...
Refresh, she posted it a bit later.
Dude, I didn't say that it's okay to kill families and children. I'm just saying this is a revolution and Hamas are freedom fighters. What do you expect them to do? Not kill kids and rape women and burn families alive? That's just how we do it. She continues, it goes without saying murdering civilians is horrible. It doesn't go without saying, actually. It doesn't. It's at the heart of my criticism against Israel. Yeah, I understand that. It's at the heart of my criticism.
Ultimately, it's just about the conflation between Hamas and Palestinian liberation. Even a cursory understanding of Hamas makes it clear that they are not only not Palestinian liberators, but they are like the worst possible people for it, and they have been chosen for that position by Netanyahu and his cronies. Like, they are not only bad at Palestinian liberation, they are so bad at it that they have been essentially groomed into their position by the opposition.
Okay.
An existential threat.
Fuck, I've got to go in 10 minutes.
You know what I mean?
Let me see if I can move my base.
God damn it, I spent
That'll
all the
be
day
really
arguing with
good-
chat,
really
and I
good.
started an hour late. I'm unironically mad at myself.
Ethan has never got this heated about genocide in Palestine. Their children have been murdered for decades and made one Twitter post in 2020. What the fuck have you done for it? You pathetic, house-dwelling, virtue signaling nobody.
Oh, the next
What are
Leftovers
you
episode is
doing
going to be
about
fucking
it,
brutal.
except bitching on Twitter and downplaying wanton violence. What do you need me to do? what would become acceptable for you? What I'm seeing is my, quote, political allies on the left excusing and cheering on Hamas. Sorry for thinking that's fucked up. Especially, I hate to break it to you, as a Jew who's a dual citizen of Israel and my wife is Israeli. Sorry to fucking surprise you with that fact. That I don't want everybody in Israel to die, which is Hamas's explicit goal.
Damn, I wish I
Freedom
could
So I don't think I'll
fighters?
have to build another base. Maybe I can just do a base
Execution
computer
squad.
type deal. I don't know where to.
How much more do you need me to talk about how fucked up Israel is for you to get it out of your thick, fucking, dumb, moronic, virtue signaling, plebeian skull? Shame on you, you dumb, monstrous, blood-hungry.
You want to call in to hype him up or what? Yeah, I don't have the power to just call into a 43K live stream. Nice as that would be. See if Ethan will host you on Leftovers to ambush Osama. Doing that in person, like they're both at the desk and Ethan like steps aside and I pop out from under his side of the desk, you know? Hello, everyone. Howdy.
Move it a little closer.
You know, I don't know how much more I can tell you. How much I fucking despise the genocidal, warmongering, war criminals in the Israeli government. I don't know how much more I can explain that to you. But guess what? I also can believe that Hamas are fucking monsters. The problem is you can't.
Most heated poop.
You can't do that. Hamas are freedom fighters to you. They are part of the revolution. And so that's
and
your
this
fucking
is
problem.
silos and pipelines. Okay, let me go
And
get
you
that
don't
shit.
have that imagination.
Can I teleport here?
I've
Just
already
set up a
DM'd
teleporter.
Ethan.
you, Frogan.
This is gonna be a farming base.
How about that?
Base teleport module.
His wife was in the
Metal plating,
IDF.
carbon
Do
nanotubes,
keep in
and we're
mind-
gonna need a generator.
Everyone in Israel has been a part of the IDF.
Carbon
conscript
plating.
everyone.
Where's the
Man
generator
and woman.
at?
It's mandatory. 2 years, right? Yeah. So if you're an Israeli citizen, unless you're willing
Battery,
to go to jail,
biofuel reactor.
you are a part of the IDF. 2 years for women, 3 for men. Gotcha. All right, folks. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I had pre-existing errands and shit. Guys, I'll try to do a better job tomorrow. I'll see if I can't get the Adderall or whatever. There's so much shit that I want to talk about, and I keep thinking like, oh, I'll do it after I'm done arguing with chat. But then I just argue with chat the entire time. Look, I
You
love you
build
guys
a
very much.
portal,
I'm going to host
2 tubes,
I'm
4
going
metal.
to host Ethan Klein because I can. So good luck to you guys. Tomorrow we do more politics, blah blah. So go on over there. You won't be able to chat, of course, because it's members only. But some of you probably have memberships to his thing. Wish me luck with the many errands I have to do. I love you. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, and all donations I will read tomorrow as well. Yes. Okay.
We were talking about. I guess maybe let's do guess the crew member.
Alright. Can we rename this base? No, I want to rename this base. Home. Glizzy 12A. Let's teleport to Gluck Gluck. Gluck Gluck. Why is that picture like that? Pervade Lane Outpost. What? Wait, Gluck Gluck. Why does Pervane Late Outpost have the picture that I took for Gluck Gluck? What the fuck? Alright. The Drake stan, yeah!
Better in my opinion.
And I gotta say this too, and this is something else that pissed me off when I saw it. I don't know if you go on TikTok a lot, but for some fucking reason, there's like a high quality like animation of Yeet and Drake. Have you seen this or no?
No. It's a high
It's
quality
Yeet
animation.
and Drake, like in the studio, like it's Yeet's on the
Making
mic
out?
and Drake's
Okay.
behind him.
Okay.
Fucking him.
And then it's the part where Drake kind of comes in a little early on the song where he's like, "Money for fun," right? But they made dude. Look this up. Look this up. They made the animation look so just like fruity for no reason.
Okay. All right. So they made Drake look a little fruity there.
Yo.
Is that the issue?
Oh, it's just Drake. Let's make fun of Drake. This is what I mean, bro. This is why.
What's wrong with being a little
Joe
fruity, a
Budden-
little
This is why
zesty?
he's not gonna do like what you were saying, bro. He's not gonna fuck with these people who've been fucking roasting him and saying crazy shit.
No, it's I get it. I get it. I mean, you know, in a way that's sort of like, you know, that goes back to like all the Rich Flex like stuff.
Okay, bro. But if Kendrick did it, it'd be fine. If that was Kendrick,
No, listen.
and his
I'm
cousin
not.
doing
Hey,
it,
listen.
I'll be
I'm not
fired.
I'm not making fun of it personally. You know, I like that track, and that I didn't see that as fruity, and that in solidarity with us both not seeing it that way, I tried to get you to repeat the lyrics of that song to me, and we would repeat them together in a fun way, and you pretended like your mic was crapping out and you left.
The picture's
If
still
it was
fucked
Baby
up.
Keem, can you do something for me? You would like it, bro.
I like Rich Flex. I do like it. I like
All right,
it.
well, that's fine. I'll believe you. I'll believe you, bro. I'll believe you.
I said that last time when we talked.
I'm on it for fun. All right, I believe you, bro. I believe you.
Hey, Los, can you do something for me?
I'll fucking walk out of the room, bro.
Why won't you say it? It's not fruity. It's fun.
Motherfucker.
Can you
All right,
do something for me?
Come on, what?
Let's move on with the. There's
Oh,
a lot
we
of songs
need-
we gotta get to here.
All right, okay.
Come on, who?
All right, 7969 Santa. I liked this one too. To me, this track felt like it was
get the
almost like a
Minotaur
dream
some salvage
sequence
modules.
in the middle of the album, and I felt like I was in Drake's mind, in like a weird spacey purgatory kind of place with Chief Keef samples playing in the background. I mean, it was a vibe. It was a vibe.
I liked it. I really liked it. I think to me that's top 3 in the album for me. Just because I
Really?
like those kind of songs.
Really, top 3 on the album
yeah,
for
I
you.
really like that one.
I find it interesting that you, again, that's top 3 for you. Would you say it's 3 or 2?
I would say it's 3 or 2.
Okay.
And I'll tell you
interesting.
my other ones as we get through this.
Okay. Is there? I wanna know. Is there a certain bar or anything else about this track that stands out? I mean, I described the things about it that kind of stand out to me. Is there anything or a bar or anything about it that makes it a favorite for you since it's ranking so high? Anything that Drake says or does on it?
the Tizo part when he comes in and says the shit about
Yeah, the Tizo part at the end is amazing. Yeah, that's true.
I like that. I like when an album feels like it's doing callbacks to shit and like, you know what I mean? Like this is about the dog. I like all the dog sounds.
You like the
randomly.
dog sounds. Did you like the
Dog
bark radio
breed.
parts? The bark
Yeah,
radio
yeah.
part?
I like when an album is on theme. Like it's a fun listen. So yeah, I like that part. I like that's why I like 7969. If it didn't have that part, I might not feel the same way.
Oh, I can try the
I know.
portable mining
Okay.
unit.
All right, did you like Slime You Out too when you first heard it?
So I like Slime You Out. I think that if we heard it within the flow of the album, I think it would have been better. Because it went number 1. A lot of people do like the song, but I feel like now though it's been a couple weeks, when you're listening to the album, you kind of skip it just because you're like, I want to hear everything
Damn it!
else.
I put the ion battery back.
But I think eventually I'll get back to like that.
Yes,
would be,
kitty.
You know, a song I let play through. But yeah, I do like the song, but it's long in the middle of the album when you've already heard it. You know.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I let it play through every time I listened to the record, outside of when I did it on stream because we already heard it.
Yes.
Mostly because like I think it's a highlight, and you know it.
What's up? Let me give you some snacks. Man, I gotta get a little setup in here for the cat.
I just enjoy it musically. I enjoy it in some of the other moments here, so I'd rather just listen to that. I'd rather just play it through. You know, I think SZA's contribution is great. I like the narrative tension between Drake and SZA. You know, I think.
All right, how long is this gonna take?
It's great that she comes in on the track and he brings her in and she provides counterpoint to what he's saying.
Yeah. I think what I mean when I say that is that I think I just wish that I didn't hear it until the album.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm saying.
Okay, you know, and look to
Okay,
an
you're just
earlier
gonna
point
let that
we were
go
talking
then.
about, and to sort of talk about the general themes of the record a little bit. I think as far as like exploring, you know, fighting, arguing, relationship drama, not getting along for X or Y or Z reason, you know, wherever these things come from. This is a way more interesting way.
It
of
is a big
exploring
deposit.
that and bringing it onto the record than like, let's throw in a however many minute
See how
audio
long it
piece of
takes.
this, like, you know, girl
I got
fucking
weed
talking
to
about
finish.
oxtail. You know what I mean? Like
So you're just putting a girl's perspective and a guy's perspective on the same subject in a song. That's what you mean by instead of just having a random clip. That's what
yeah, and look, it's not the only way to bring in this kind of theme, but I think it's a more interesting way of exploring it, and it's a way to explore it while also keeping it musical, you know, as well. You know, so that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, let's Bahamas Promises, which you referenced earlier.
Yes.
Is this a highlight for you?
Dude, this is number one for me right now.
Number one?
That and 8 a.m. are tied. Dude, I fucking love Bahama Promises. I love
You
it, bro.
would. You would love Bahamas Promises.
Dude, what does that mean? Dude, no, because you're looking at it. I was trying to tell the chat earlier. You're looking at it like, oh, why is Drake complaining? You ruined my Bahamas. That's not what he's saying, bro. Think about if you finally get to go on a vacation, you go on a trip, you want to relax, you're away from work, whatever. Now you got a girl who's annoying, ruining your vibe, ruining the trip. This is a real thing that happens, bro. And it's
Real life,
it
bro.
happened to him.
It's real
and
life,
it's a relatable
Fantano.
thing. But you're looking at it like, oh my God, Drake's whining about his Bahamas trip.
Yeah,
Dude,
because he is.
he's not whining. He's like, dude, fuck you. You ruined my Bahamas trip. Fuck you. Like, why is that so hard to comprehend? Like,
It's not even hard to. It's not even hard to conceive. It's just funny. It's just funny because it's like, how am I supposed to say? How am I or anybody supposed to sit here and feel bad for Drake's Bahamas trip getting ruined? You're fucking Drake. You can go to the Bahamas year round. You can go to the Bahamas anytime you want.
I'm glad that you
If
said it.
some bitch is ruining your Bahamas trip,
Yeah.
you could pack her in a fucking UPS box and send her back home and stay another week in the Bahamas.
this is what I mean. This is where it's people look and go, oh, dude, oh, you're rich, you're this, you're that, oh, boo-hoo, right? That's like a thing that you're basically doing to Drake when, dude, At the end of the day, he referenced it in the fucking song with J. Cole. He's just a guy in a studio. This is a regular human. He's trying to enjoy his time in the Bahamas. And what happens? You got some annoying girl ruining
Just a
the
regular
fucking-
guy
brought there.
flying first class to the Bahamas.
He did,
Private
but
jet.
she broke her pinky promises with him.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Like, chances are, this was not the first time this girl was annoying on the Bahamas trip. If somebody to me is annoying before a Bahamas trip, they're most likely going to be annoying on the Bahamas trip. I mean,
No,
and listen, if you've been on trips, you know that, like, you know, that shit tends to create tension with certain people. You know?
No, and I get that. And if you listen, you've talked about your dating history and whatnot, right, dude? You know, you don't plan for a fight. You don't plan for something to go wrong. You don't plan. Yeah, oh, you could have hatched in the past, but maybe it's going better now. All of a sudden, this shit could go fucking south. And then that is what I'm telling you. The shit, and on a vacation is the worst possible place where this could happen, bro. Because there's no escaping. You can't pack someone up, send them out of the Bahamas. You're there with her, bro. You gotta work through that shit, just like anyone else.
You know, I don't think he has to. He can get her another hotel room. He can get another hotel room. He's Drake. You don't got to deal with anybody that you don't want to.
Okay,
And also like he's not married to her.
So you're dating someone for 6 months. You can just pack them up. Yeah, fuck you, go in another room.
If somebody with me, if somebody is so annoying that they would do that they would ruin my Bahamas trip, I wouldn't date them for 6 months.
But you don't know that until the Bahamas trip thing happens.
No, you
don't
do
know that.
if they're super annoying before the Bahamas trip.
I mean, I guess, but it could be, you know, something goes wrong, and then now you see the true colors.
But
you never know.
Look, if someone was like, listen, if somebody was really fucking up my Bahamas trip, here's me. If someone's really fucking up my Bahamas trip,
Where's my
I'd say, fuck you,
portable
go back to the hotel
refiner?
room, or, you know,
And
listen,
the mining
I'm
deposit.
gonna distance myself from you, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my Bahamas trip by myself.
Oh, this isn't where it was. It
Okay.
was at
what
the
if you went
Beacon.
wanting to enjoy it with the person you're with?
I came back
I
here
mean,
to rename this
that's,
shit.
That's unfortunate. That, you know, that's something that I
God damn,
wanted.
so
but,
much
like,
shit I
plans
wanna do, I
change
keep
if
forgetting.
People like turn out to be toxic.
Yeah, you're so, dude, this is not real emotion. That's not human emotion. Dude, you'd be disappointed. You'd be disappointed.
There are other women in the Bahamas.
Are you, dude? Get the fuck. Yeah, you're gonna go pick up women in the Bahamas. Be fucking upset, bro. You'd be upset.
Listen, it depends on how much emotional investment I had in the person before I brought them to Bahamas. Which personally, there would have to be a lot. Like,
Yeah, but
you know,
that's for you.
I'm not
That's
like,
for us.
like
Not
I'm
for
not
Drake.
I'm not
Drake
even
would be
I'm not
yeah,
even sure
let's
like
go.
you say 6 months. I'm not even sure if I would bring someone to the Bahamas after 6 months. It would have to be quite a while.
Yeah, no, and that's true. But we're talking about Drake.
We are.
He has.
We are,
a plan, bro.
and that's the thing, because he has, listen, a Bahamas trip is not a mortgage payment for him. So he can just, like, if he's dating someone after 2 months, he'd be like, fuck it, let's go to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Before I know you're stupid and annoying. And then I bring you on my Bahamas trip and then you ruin it.
Yeah.
So I think in that instance, he only has himself to blame.
So that's your okay. So,
What the fuck? How long does this thing
so
take?
your problem with the track is that Drake has
250
no one else to
copper,
blame but
that's
himself.
it?
Don't ignore the music. Ignore
Yeah,
the melody.
it's an
This
annoying,
thing is so
it's an
fucking
annoying,
slow.
complainy ass
What
song.
the
And
fuck?
listen, here's the thing. My other gripe
What
with
is the
track
point in
is
this?
that it's one of these, like, you know,
Nearby
R. Kelly
manufacturing
style
facility
rant
under
R&B,
attack. All right, I
type
got it.
songs where it's like there's not even a tune to it. He's just like kind of singing his way randomly through a story, and it's not even a good story. It's about some bitch that you shouldn't have been dating ruin your Bahamas trip. Who cares? Who fucking cares?
That's his life.
Haley, you
He's
ruined
living
my
his life.
Bahamas trip. And that's the other first mistake that he made there. You should have never brought Haley to the Bahamas. Okay,
now we're trying to be funny.
because the
That's
thing is,
fine, bro.
there's already 50 other guys making 6 figures plus a year bringing a Haley down the Bahamas. Like, don't do it. It's just a bad move.
What if he loved her, bro?
Okay, let's talk about the next track.
See, now it's out of the realm of possibilities of Drake could love. All right, let's
Yeah.
go, bro.
All right, tried our best. I love this one. This one's great.
Yes.
This
Yes.
is a top 3 track for me.
Yes. Why do you like it?
I think it's just got a great tune. I think he's actually
Man,
he's
this
caring
thing
about
is
the vocal
fucking
melodies. It's a great
slow.
vocal
Jesus
performance.
Christ.
It's a good song structure. And, you know, again, it's actually a compelling story about you know,
What
trying
the
your best in a
fuck?
relationship, and obviously, you know, despite your best efforts, things kind of go to shit anyway.
Hold up.
And you know, again, I think it's just a straightforward story. It's good storytelling, and you know, it's a great tune all around. You know, Drake is in his R&B bag, like I said in the review on this track.
And I think if I had not, because I got the leak of this song like months ago, and it was actually this exact song. Like he didn't really, I don't think he changed anything. And when I first got it, I was playing that every day. Like so, this is another one. If this was the first time I was hearing this, I would be like even more fucking excited. And it's still a great song. Like I'm glad that now I can have this on my Spotify, Apple Music and shit, and not have to play it off, you know, a random, you know, downloads app that I have. So I really, yeah, I might have to redo my top 3. This is actually a great song.
Yeah, no, if this song is not in your top 3, it should be.
Providing a regular
I think
yield
it's one
until
of
the
Drake's
site is
best
exhausted.
songs, or at the very least, one of his best songs that has more of like an R&B angle to it.
I heard you say that this is a top 10 Drake song.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, no, I think it's a great track. And again, I don't mind Drake getting emotional. This track is great.
Okay.
The Screw the World interlude is cool. I thought that was a great beat, a good tribute as well. You know, he often sometimes will throw a little interlude in the midst of a record this long, and that one's cool.
Okay, so apparently
Drew Picasso.
this thing fucking sucks.
You know, felt a little bit to me like a Bahamas Promises moment. Again, it's like, you know, an R&B rant kind of cut, and I just, you know, I think it's okay. You know, and look, Bahamas Promises, I don't hate it. You know, I just think it's a little funny, unintentionally, and, you know, drags on a little bit. Drew Picasso also kind of drags on for me a little bit. I wish it was a little bit more straightforward as a tune, but I don't have super strong feelings for or against it. Do you have strong feelings for or against it?
Drew Picasso's top 3 on the album, bro.
Okay, so what did your top 3 looking like right now? Is it Tried Our Best, Bahamas Promises, Drew Picasso?
You know what? It changes every minute because there's so many great songs in the album, bro.
Boy, but 8 a.m. in Charlotte's in the top 3 though.
8 a.m. in Charlotte is, and we'll get to even another 1 or 2 that are also in my top 3.
Okay, wait. Do we know how? Do we have a
concept?
conception of the number 3? You can't have 6 songs in your top 3.
I got about 9 songs in my top 3 right now.
Then it's
Why
a
is that
top
funny?
9.
Why is
You can
why
have
is that
9.
funny?
You're fucking telling me earlier about what I can and can't do in terms of like a Drake opinion or Drake review. You have fucking 9 songs
Man,
in your
fuck
top
that.
3.
It's meaning that I have 9 that are top 3 potential. Yeah. I don't know why that's insane. I mean,
I'm sorry. That's funny. That's just funny. Like, okay.
all right,
Why don't you
where are we at right now?
listen, why don't you expand it to a top 5 and actually think about what's really in there?
No, by the end of this, I'll have an actual top 5. But when we get to the end of the track list, I'll
Okay,
have a 5.
by the end of this, we'll
I'll
really have a
have
top 5 of your top 5 favorite songs.
Yeah, I will have the top 5.
Okay, I'll try to think of that too. Okay, all right. So Drew Picasso's top 3 for you. Why?
Dude, I just like when Drake does this type of song.
You just like when he's like just rambling on. You just like a Drake ramble.
Let me go to
It's
the.
not a ramble. There's like little. Hold on. I gotta play the part that I like. Hold on.
Let me get all the
Okay,
mineral
you're gonna
extractors
is
and
it
shit.
a certain melody or a certain
Pipe
lyric?
silos.
Too many reasons why. Is that it?
Come on, bro.
When he's
dude.
hitting that, you're just like yeah, that's my
dude.
shit. That's the sauce. Is
Listen,
that
man,
it?
Kendrick's not doing that. All right. Kendrick can rap. Drake can rap. Drake
Okay.
can sing. Eh.
And
Anyway.
so again, is it like, is it a certain mood about it? Is it a melody singing? Is it just the content of the song? Like, why is it top 3?
For me, it's everything on that one. For me, it's everything. The content, what he sang, and then also the melodies. Like, it's like the perfect combination, and that's why. And I have that with Bahamas Promises. Like, it's that kind of vibe for me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, both those songs kind of bring almost like, you know, almost like again, I'm kind of like going on about a narrative like R. Kelly. I don't have like a super strong song structure in mind. It's more about the story. It's more about just the vibe I'm bringing. And I get it, you know, and I know where it comes from, and I know what he's doing with it. Am I as on the edge of my seat with it personally when I hear Drake do it? Not necessarily, and I feel like, you know, again, I don't hate the song. I'm not in love with it either. I think it's fine.
Does that have to do with what Drake is talking about? Like, if it was a different subject, you would?
On this particular song, no, I wouldn't say it has anything to do with the content on this one. I just
Is this like Drake's cousin trying to find out
sometimes when
how
I
to
feel like
impress
the song
Anthony
isn't-
Fantano? Who
and
the
this
fuck
isn't always
is
the
this
case for every
guy?
artist, but I feel like sometimes with Drake, when I feel like the song isn't necessarily progressing to any point in sort of like a clear or concise way, I just like, you know, I'm just like, ugh. You know, can we go somewhere? But like, you know, are we driving the speed limit? What's the destination here? Da 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 da. Whereas like, you know, I feel like that sort of thing with him, you just soak that in. You're like, let's just hang here. I'm fine with hanging here. This is my vibe. This is my place.
I got a question.
What?
This is a random question.
Okay, yeah, shoot.
What do you think about the song Folding Clothes?
I'm not crazy about that one.
So, this is a little point I want to make, and I'm not even saying that you were making this point, but a lot of people who have been hating on this album, the Joe Buddens and the trolls online, whatever.
Are they bringing that track up?
Not bringing that track up, but when people have tried to talk about the more life, you know, day-to-day shit in life, and the you know, my wife and kids and the folding clothes and you know, your favorite artist, Chance the Rapper, right?
I don't like Chance the Rapper. What the fuck are you talking about?
8.
I know how much you like
3,
the
11.
you know, the Big Day album, and I'm
Yeah,
saying,
you know, I
all
love
the
that record.
peop-
Yeah, it's
all
one of
the
my favorites of all
people
time. Yeah.
who are saying that, they're like, oh, dude, we want to hear. Dude, you don't want to hear that because people have done this, and you shit on it, bro. You literally shit on people really talking about real life shit like that when it has to do with
Well, listen again. I think you're projecting onto me. I don't hate that the song is about average everyday stuff. I don't hate that the song is about regular day shit.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not saying you. This was a point I was just making in general.
Okay.
Okay, so
No,
next.
listen. I think there's ways of going about that content. There's ways of not. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's a big point of debate here.
I know I was making a joke about the Chance the Rapper shit.
Yeah.
And the Big Day, whatever. If you listen to that album right now, tomorrow, do this.
Okay.
Please do this tomorrow. Go listen to that album from the start. Don't listen to Hot Shower.
Okay.
Listen to the album. Guarantee you'll like the album, bro. I actually guarantee you'll like the album.
Okay.
That song.
What up?
And it's a very rare occurrence, but one song could
What up?
actually ruin an entire album, bro.
What?
And that was a very rare occurrence that did. I'm telling you now. Anyone in here, same shit. Go listen to that, bro.
What?
You might think, oh, dude, it's so ass. Go actually listen, bro. For real. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay. I'll keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Members only. Did you love members only?
I love when Drake and Party Next Door do a song. I love this song, but my worst line ever for Drake is in this song, so it automatically gets a little.
I got to hear this. What is Drake's worst line? Is it worst line ever or just worst line on this record?
Worst line I've ever heard him say.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
yes,
What is it? Is it the buy one?
Yes.
Now, why do you not like that line?
You're singing the song. You're singing along with the song. It's a catchy song. Then all
Yes,
of a sudden it gets
kitty.
Dude,
What?
I can't sing out loud. Oh, I feel like I'm bi. It's. Do you know what I mean? And I have no problem with anyone. Dude,
What?
this is not about people being gay or anything. I have no problem with them
What?
at all. I'm just saying that
No.
that line just didn't make sense. Like, it just, I don't know why he said it. I don't know if you really should
Well, what do
joke
you mean
about,
you
like,
don't know
your
why he
being
said it? I mean, the
bi.
point of the song is pretty clear.
Yeah.
You don't know why he says that line in the song?
People, I get it. I think that should have just never been said.
Okay.
But but dude, that is the only line I think that you in the review talking about fucking 10 other lines that were all fire, bro. This shit with the Shakespeare, just stop, dude. If Kendrick said that, you would be literally fucking shitting your pants, bro.
Kendrick would
Stop.
not say that. Like that's too simple and silly of a fucking bar. But listen, I feel like that that line is on the level of like, you know, girl, you're a lesbian, me too.
No, because that's actually like a funny thing.
So
Like,
so
that's
so in the
funny.
car, you'll rap that you'll sing along that you're a lesbian, but you won't sing along that you're bi.
Dude, because that's like, yeah, it's fun. Like, the bi thing is just, there's no joke there. You're just
What do
literally
you, what do you
like,
mean? There's
bi.
obviously a joke there.
Yeah, no, but it's not like, I don't know how to explain
He's
it.
not
bro.
seriously saying he's bi.
He's not saying, I know he's not saying he's bi, but he put in one of the most catchy parts of the song. Like, if you're singing along, you're gonna accidentally be like, I think I'm bi. Like, that's my issue with the song. That's my only issue with the song.
Are you just saying that you're never mind.
What, dude? What?
I'm just saying, are you just like are you just afraid that of
Dude.
that line? Say that like that's too simple and silly of a fucking bar. But listen, I feel like that that line is on the level of like, you know, girl, you're a lesbian, me too.
No, because that's actually like a funny thing.
So
Like,
so
that's
so in the
funny.
car, you'll rap that you'll sing along that you're a lesbian, but you won't sing along that you're bi.
Dude, because that's like, yeah, it's fun. Like, the bi thing is just, there's no joke there.
I can't
You're
build
just
it.
literally
What do you
like,
mean? There's
I'm bi.
obviously a joke there.
Yeah, no, but it's not like, I don't know how to explain
He's
it.
not
bro.
seriously saying he's bi.
He's not saying, I know he's not saying he's bi, but he put in one of the most catchy parts of the song. Like, if you're singing along, you're gonna accidentally be like, I think I'm bi. Like, that's my issue with the song. That's my only issue with the song.
Are you just saying that you're never mind.
What, dude? What?
I'm just saying, are you just like are you just afraid that of what it's gonna mean if you are you afraid
Unpowered.
that it's gonna manifest and you're actually gonna feel bi because you say the line?
All right, so we got a sodium extractor.
Dude, see this? Okay, bro, nice, man, nice. I don't know how you just turned into that, but okay,
Well,
cool,
it
bro.
just feels like it's coming from a bit of like an insecure place. That's all I'm saying.
What do you do? Dude, if a guy said they're a lesbian, there's just no way to misconstrue that. That's obviously impossible to be a
But
lesbian.
wait, but misconstrue it how? You're in the fucking car by yourself. Nobody's there like popping up out of the backseat being like, "Hey, I heard you say you're bi." Like, no, I was singing along with the song.
How much
by
power does
myself
it
in the
need?
car, so that's, you're wrong, okay?
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is like, how is it going to get misconstrued with who? Nobody else is there. You're just singing it in the car.
I'm not saying it's gonna get misconstrued. Like, someone's gonna hear me saying, like, "Oh my God, dude, you're bi now." That's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
dude.
what are you
I'm just saying
saying?
that it's just not a thing I want to sing along to, bro. I can have that opinion.
I mean,
can
again,
have
it's
that
like
opinion.
it's like I just don't I don't get it.
Just like,
There's
dude,
there's like
there's
Brockhampton.
a couple songs that what's the dude? Fuck. The dude who twerks on the devil.
Yeah, Lil Nas X.
Yeah, like there's a couple songs I like some of his songs, but then there's some like I'm not gonna sing along.
I mean,
Same with Frank Ocean.
like why?
There's
What does
some
it
Frank
what does
Ocean
it
songs
matter?
where he's
Like listen
literally talking
there's
about getting bent over and shit, bro. I'm not gonna
other
sing along.
listen there's other queer artists and rap artists out there, like, you know, there's Brockhampton songs where they reference sucking, where it's guys rapping about like
I'm
sucking
not gonna
dick.
sing along to that, bro.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
like straight dudes do. It's not a big deal.
What, dude? dude, wait. How did you just try to say that I'm this is coming from a place of insecurity, but you just agreed that there's multiple songs that's like have sus lines in it that people are not gonna like want to just be fucking, you know, yelling out loud, bro.
No, what I'm saying, what I'm saying. Well, first off, there's nothing sus about a guy sucking dick. That's just something some guys doing. That's fine. Number one.
Wait.
And
You
number
said
two.
it's not sus to suck a dick?
Well, sus means suspect. What is suspect about sucking a dick? That's just something somebody might want to do.
Okay, so that's full. Okay. Now we're getting into a conversation that's like crossing like a lot of lines. I feel there's people getting uncomfortable in the chat.
Hearing about
Well,
sucking
listen, there's
dick.
nobody uncomfortable in my chat. Everybody's kind of chill. There's some dick suckers in my chat for
Up
sure.
right now. Okay, I'm gonna read a couple of your comments in the chat. Heath Ledger with some dreads? What the fuck is that comment?
That's a Brockhampton lyric.
This guy is a clown and closeted clearly. So now you got your fans saying shit like that. This is what I mean, bro. This is literally like.
What?
This is why I said I don't want to sing this fucking song,
What?
bro.
God damn, you can't go outside.
So, someone in chat just said that Los might be a lesbian.
Listen, bro. At the end of the day, all I was trying to say with that is just, yeah, there are certain, like, would you, okay, are you singing along and saying that you're sucking cocks? Like, do you sing along to that?
If I think it's a catchy lyric, I don't give a fuck.
All right, okay, fine, okay, that's fine.
Okay, listen. I'm not crazy about the track either. But not only because like I think that line is a little corny, sure. But like on top of it, I just don't get what the fuck he's complaining about on the song. Because like it seems like he's unhappy about the fact this girl is like cool with all his dogs and she's too gangy, and like to him that means like she's like a guy, and I think that's kind of like a really stupid way to look at gender. And like, you know, I mean, it's like, you know, wouldn't you personally love it if like a girl was like cool with your guy friends and it was like chill to have her around with like your dude friends?
I mean,
like everybody just gets along. That wouldn't be cool to you?
No, the getting along is fine, but I don't know if I would like. It's tough, bro, because I didn't. So wait, explain what you're saying, because I didn't get that.
Well, yeah, he's like literally saying that she's too gangy and she's too down with the guys, and you know, and again, he feels like he's bi because you're one of the guys, girl. And he has like, and again, this is because I think, and I can't tell you all the details here because I don't think he lays them out very clearly because it's a silly thing to complain about, but still, it seems like he has an issue with her not sort of, I don't know, being in this separate girl part of his life where she's acting more feminine and not cool with the guys.
This is something that a lot of people can relate to and agree with. Like, they don't want their girl to be too buddy, friendly with other guys.
No, not with
Like,
other guys, like with his guy friends, it seems.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, people think like people don't want their girl to be so buddy, even with their best friends.
But like,
And
why?
that's
What, like, as long as they're just friends and that's it, what does it matter?
Because dude, it's like that's my girl. Like, I don't even want her. I don't want someone to be able to have that like with her. Like, I just want that's with me only. I think that's what he's kind of saying. And it's not an insecure thing because people are typing misogyny, insecure. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just, dude, my girl is for me. She's not for everyone else. You're not gonna go have fun with my girl and go fucking go do shit. The fuck is this?
Well, I don't think he's talking about them like going out, not with him or anything.
Well, it's just like you're being too buddy. You're being too friendly. Don't be too friendly with them. You can be cool with them. Don't be too friendly with these guys. I don't like that shit. Be cool.
Really saying
Fuck
that
is
she's
he
too
talking about
gangy
now?
and she's too down with the guys, and you know, and again, he feels like he's bi because you're one of the guys, girl. And he
Unpowered?
has like, and again, this is because I think, and I can't tell you all the details here because I don't think he lays them out very clearly because it's a silly thing to complain about, but still. It seems like he has an issue
I need more
with her not
biofuel
sort
reactors.
of, I don't know, being in this separate girl
You know what?
part of his
No,
life
no,
where she's
and this
acting
is-
more
this is-
feminine and not cool with
this
the
is-
guys.
This is something that a lot of people can relate to and agree with. Like, they don't want their girl to be too buddy, friendly with other guys.
No, not with
like,
other
like-
guys, like with his guy friends, it seems.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, people think like people don't want their girl to be so buddy, even with their best friends.
But like,
And
why?
that's a,
What,
what?
like, as long as they're just friends and that's it, what does it matter?
because dude, it like, it's like, that's my girl. Like, I don't even want her. I don't want someone to be able to have that, like, with her. Like, I just want, that's with me only. I think that's what he's kind of saying. And it's
Oh,
not an insecure
I only
thing.
need two.
Because people are typing misogyny, insecure. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just, dude, my girl is for me. She's not for everyone else. You're not gonna go have fun with my girl and go fucking go do shit. The fuck is this?
Well, I don't think
70
he's
out
talking
of
about like
100,
going out,
not bad.
not with him.
I just
or
need
anything.
one.
Well, it's just like you're being too buddy. You're being too friendly. Don't be too friendly with them. You can be cool with them. Don't be
1250 is the
too friendly with
storage.
these guys. I don't like that shit.
Okay, but
I don't
also
like-
like, do you feel like that
Oh,
line
1250.
that you don't like on the track is also like describing her behavior? Is she acting too much like a guy or something by being friends with his guy friends?
Let's rename this.
I don't know what the fuck
Well,
is
is
on line.
that
I
an
don't even
issue
wanna-
too that people can relate to?
I'm trying to think if maybe there's like friend groups or people where it's like you. I really don't. I honestly that's why I said that it's not just the line itself. It's I don't even know what that even means, to be honest.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, obviously I know what it means. It's like, oh, I like you, but you're like one of the guys, so I feel bi. Like I get it, but like, listen, I don't think it's should be looked into that deeply, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know,
I think this is
what
good.
did you think about What Would Pluto Do?
Okay. What will Pluto do? Top 3, bro. Top 3. Legit top 3.
It's top 3 in your
Legit
top 9.
This is one of the most catchy Drake songs in recent memory. If I could change something with the song, I would just get more of the okay shit throughout the song. But I still like the question is, well, Pluto do, fuck that bitch. I like that part. And I think that's also funny. It's like, like Future's known for just like, you know, I like it. I mean, I really like. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's a little cringe at a few points, honestly.
God damn it, bro.
Like he's talking about it like he really looks up to Future, like, what would my buddy Future do? You know, and then he's like, it's just like sort of seems like a weird insecure validation kind of thing. Like he thinks Future's a really cool guy and he wants to be more like him. And then there's that other part where he's talking about like dropping Cialis. So he could give Adonis a baby sister? Like that's fucking weird, man. It's fucking weird.
Hold on.
Part of the track.
Cialis drink shit. You know what that is. You definitely know what that is. All right.
Wait, I definitely know what is.
What happened?
I definitely know what is.
You definitely know what that means, bro.
Definitely know what means.
I think it's like an erectile dysfunction type shit. I don't
No,
even
no,
know.
I know what it is. Like it's not a secret. Like what are you trying to say? I know what it is. Like are you trying to say I've taken Cialis? Like my dick doesn't work?
Listen, bud, I'm not gonna say that in so many words, but
Oh, but you are gonna say that.
you're giving those vibes.
I'm giving vibes that I take Cialis.
A couple, yeah.
I'll have you know.
Oh, dude,
I'll have you
insecure.
know.
You're insecure, dude. See, like, what? You can't just yell out a fucking thing and then call someone insecure.
Well, I think the looking up to Future bit is insecure. I just think the Cialis part is kind of like a weird flex.
I mean, dude, you gotta look at it like this. you know, he's friends with Future. This is Future one of the. I
Do
sense
you,
the
do, you
song-
do you think that's something he learned from Future? Did Future teach him to get a Cialis prescription?
No, but hold on. This is. Let me
I
finish.
should
this
get more
thought before we-
exosuit upgrades. Let me
I
check on
said
the
other day,
base.
I'm like, yo, I think
My
Future's one of
settlement.
the best rappers ever.
Okay, yeah.
I think number wise and like hits and like how long he's been around, I think he's one of the best. Is that a crazy thing to say? I know your rap knowledge is not great, but I'm just saying in general. What's your opinion on that?
I wouldn't agree that he's one of the best ever, but like, what are you trying to say ultimately here?
What do you mean?
Well, are you bringing this up to make a point, or?
I am bringing it to make a point.
Okay,
My
well,
point
what's
is
the
this.
point?
You're friends with one of the biggest rappers ever, right?
Okay.
He's a cool guy, right? Oh yeah, that's my boy. Oh, what will Future do? It's like you're saying it about your boy. Like, all right, what will he do? He's fucking this girl, so I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
That's basically what he's saying. He's not
Yeah.
saying, "Oh my God, I look up to him so much." I don't get that from the song.
Well,
think it's just like
I think it comes with like a serious kind of reverence, because I mean, usually that phrase is like, you know, what would Jesus do? That sort of thing. And you're sort of like throwing Future there in place of it, you know? Not that I think he's looking at Future like a religious figure, but I think it's coming from a place of like similar reverence.
Well, you know, I think when it comes to getting girls and whatever Future does, I mean, you see the history, all the baby mamas, whatever, right? This dude gets ass, right? So in some ways,
Yeah,
maybe
he can't keep it though.
But in some ways, he is kind of the a god of getting ass. So he is kind of being like a what would Jesus do? Yeah, what would Future do? He's you know what I mean? So anyway,
Okay. All right. Well, top 3 on the album for you. All right. All the parties. You were talking about this track earlier. What did you want to say about it with Chief Keef?
yeah. So with this one first of all, I really like. I like the whole thing. Chief Keef's part didn't like. I would love to have heard Chief Keef on like a harder beat and like them rapping and shit and him saying some crazy shit. But instead, we kind of got like a singing Chief Keef for like 20 seconds, which I don't mind. Like, I don't think it's bad. I just think if you have Chief Keef in a song, you should do, more or at least like when you do a Yeet, like a Yeet type of song, do a Chief Keef kind of song. But again, I don't have a problem with it because the whole song to me is good.
3 hours, not bad.
What do you think about it?
They're
I think
working
the song
hard.
starts pretty strong, but then it ends bad. Like, I like Drake's intro. I like Chief Keef's part, even though maybe it's not the type of vibe that I would expect Chief Keef on. But like, I feel like since he initially kind of broke with like his early mixtapes and stuff, he's done a lot of weird experimental stuff that a lot of fans aren't necessarily clued into. So I'm like not surprised to hear him trying something different on a Drake track. I guess the issue that I have with the track is like, immediately after Chief Keef does his thing, Drake repeats the same refrain right after, but then with the beat slowed down. And then after that, he just like kind of trails off into a sung part that doesn't fucking go anywhere. And it's like, what's going on? Like, shouldn't this like bring it back to that catchy intro, and then we get Chief Keef again, and then like, like you said, maybe we get more of him or something. So it seems like a more proper feature. But instead, it just like kind of trails off into this nothing.
It just feels like your problem, and you've done this many times. It's like the 4th time we talked about this.
Yeah.
If Drake does a song that's textbook like verse hook, you have the same problem with that him doing a song where it's kind of not what's the word not normal traditional. No, what the fuck is the word? Fuck. Not structured. No. Fuck it. Conventional. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if he
No,
does a
listen.
non-conventional song,
I
you
know what
still
you
have a problem
mean.
with
I
it.
know. Listen, I know what you mean. But here's the thing. I don't think Drake is good at it. I don't think Drake is good at making unconventional song structures. I don't think, like, because the moment that he changes some stuff, like, usually that's when the momentum goes downhill and it gets really fucking boring. There are some artists that I think are good at it. I think Travis Scott's really good at it. And to bring it back to Drake, I thought the track that they did together, Meltdown, on Utopia, was really good. All the switches on that were solid. It felt like there was a lot of hype, and interesting shit, edgier seat shit happening as we move from moment to moment. But when Drake tends to change over and over on these tracks that have a weirder song structure, it's like we downgrade to a more boring part, and then we downgrade to another boring part, and then we downgrade to an even more boring part, and it just trails off.
That's where we disagree, because that's just your opinion of you saying it's boring.
Hey,
when people
listen,
think
at the end of the day, this is all my opinion. It's all just opinion. But I just, listen, there are other artists out there that do these kind of beat switches and these non-conventional song structures. I just don't think Drake's great at it.
I disagree, and I'll come up with examples, because there are a lot of songs that don't follow a traditional thing that are great Drake songs, bro. I mean, when you say traditional,
Oxygen.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you got an intro and it's verse, verse, bridge. Maybe you come back to the chorus again at the very finish, or there's an outro.
I don't really need much
That's pretty
Oxygen.
traditional.
hey, what do you?
And there's songs on this record
But I'll
like
take
that
it.
that have more traditional structure.
This is off topic too, but I want to hear your opinion on this, because I don't know if I've asked you. What do you think about the album Views?
We've talked about this before, no?
I don't know. I don't remember what you said.
I'm not crazy about it.
I think that's another-
I like this album more than Views.
I think that you need to. You fuck what I said about Chance the Rapper. You need to listen.
I need to go back and listen to Views.
You need to go back and listen to Views, bro. You have
And
to. Bro.
also, how could you? Like, to me, Views was disappointing, and it couldn't be anything else other than disappointing, because it came after If You're Reading This Is Too Late. That record is at least twice as good as that record.
Oh my god, dude! Views has so many. There's so many like highlights on Views. It's kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah, no. Now I'm having flashbacks. We have talked about this. Let's move on.
Okay. Next.
Now we have talked about this. Yeah. All right. All the parties. All right. So 8 a.m. in Charlotte. We both love this one, right?
8 a.m. in Charlotte. To me, that is one of his best. Those time.
Time location type tracks. Yeah.
Yes, this is one of his best. This song for me, this is number 1 or number 2 for real on the album for me.
Okay. No, I think it's great. Production's great. Bars are great. Love that Domination Kinky bar too. I thought Drake was funny on this track. He was charismatic on this track.
Yeah.
The shots were cute. Just everything about the track was really entertaining. And like you said, I think it's one of his best songs with that type of Drake title formula. And it like blows the Bridal Path track off of CLB out of the water. I think it's great.
What was that one called?
7 a.m. Bridal Path.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
Yeah, when I first heard the 7 a.m. of Bridal Path, I didn't even think that should have been one of those time Drake songs.
Damn it, I
think
can't
another
set up
song
here.
I'm forgetting the name. Should have been, but it's fine. I mean, I like CLB. I know you have issues with CLB, but I still like CLB.
Yeah. Okay, so well, here's an interesting one. What did you think of BBL Love?
BBL Love. I like to see this every once in a while from Drake. It's he's like kind of like you said, like he's taking the pit, whatever.
Yeah.
Like he's like joking. Yeah, like you're not supposed to take it so serious. That's why I like that he added interlude on it. Because I feel like if they didn't say interlude, I think people would be kind of clowning the song.
Right. No, I agree.
Yeah.
No, I think it's funny. I think he's being funny. I think it's a funny track. He's just being preposterous on it.
He's being it's ridiculous. Can I feel it? Can I feel it? Like it's funny.
Yeah. No, it is a funny one. And just kind of the bar about like, you don't know real love, just like a fake ass until you feel it.
I think in a way also too, it could be one of the saddest songs on the album.
Alright, so this is too close. I can't even set up a portal near here.
Because he's literally
And a
out
supply
loud being like, can I
lines.
feel it? Can I feel it?
That real love.
Like, I want to feel the real love.
I wanted to feel it on my Bahamas trip.
Okay, alright.
All right. Okay,
Yeah.
this next one's got to be one of my least favorite tracks on the record. Bottom 3 for me. Bottom 3. Gently.
Yeah.
Do you have any strong feelings on this one? As a fellow Italiano, soprano.
First of all, the song basically starts at 1:30 because Drake does like an intro for like 40 seconds.
Sure.
So you tell me Drake and Bad Bunny a minute and 30 seconds, dude, that's got to be longer, and it's got to have that structure like the song Mia has, and like it's got to dude, you do that with Drake and Bad Bunny, that's a hit, bro. And this dude, you know, people love Bad Bunny, people love Drake, this still might be a hit. And from, you know, the 30-second point on, I like that part. I don't know. This is another one that seemed like two different songs, kind of, because of the intro part.
Yeah, once it got going, it was better, you know.
Yeah.
But like the intro's just terrible, and it's a non-starter for me. I just can't. I just think he sounds silly on it.
So I can't even set up
But
a
that's
mineral
like
extractor
you being
here.
biased, though. That
No,
is
it's
you
not,
being
because
biased.
no
man.
other fucking artist does that shit and
Does
gets
what?
away with it and thinks they sound cool doing it.
He's speaking Spanish.
But he's doing the silly accent with it
You
too.
want him to have a Toronto accent while speaking Spanish? That'll sound horrible.
But no, this sounds horrible. It sounds like he's making fun of him.
I've been learning Italian. You need to put an accent on your words. You can't speak like American in Italian.
Okay,
It doesn't work.
but the thing is, like,